You see it on nearly every corner.
I stay in the bushes right there.
The need for affordable housing in Portland.
I think that it would really be nice to be able to shower when I want to shower and be able to cook a meal and have a place where I can lock my door and feel safe.
Joshua panhandles off North Broadway. Behind him, one of several apartment buildings the city of Portland is now turning into affordable housing.
No, I had no idea.
Aaron just moved into the building off North Broadway.
Just 2 days ago. I just hope it doesn't change the dynamic of the building that already exists.
Another soon-to-be affordable housing complex, Aqua Apartments off Southwater Avenue, where Constance also just moved in.
And I'm all for affordable housing.
She says she doesn't qualify for affordable housing and doesn't really know what this all means for her.
I have a Honda Element. That's a car you can sleep in.
Goose Hollow Lofts on Southwest Jefferson Street is the third property, another 61 units. Rachel lives next door.
I think it's a really good idea. I think a lot of people do need housing, and I'm actually a recipient of the voucher, and it's been a lifesaver for me.
Back in 2024, the city of Portland asked for proposals of existing apartment buildings they could buy and convert into affordable housing. Those 3 locations were selected. The city spent more than $25 million. $6 million came from the voter-approved Metro Housing Bond. Here's Gabriel Matthews, a Portland Housing Bureau spokesperson.
More affordable housing is critical. We are in the midst of a deep housing crisis. We're behind by many thousands of units of market rate housing, let alone regulated affordable housing.
Through this project, 226 new affordable housing units will be available by the end of this summer, most restricted to those making 50% or less of the area's median income. In other words, a 2-person household that brings in less than about $50,000 a year.
And we understand that folks who live in those buildings already may have been kind of taken by surprise, and we hope that the various options for them kind of give them enough flexibility.
Current tenants like Aaron and Constance are able to stay with no changes to their current lease, see if they qualify for reduced rent, or get paid to move.
If they do feel like leaving, they are being offered some relocation assistance as sort of an acknowledgement of the fact that, this changes your understanding of what the building that you moved into is like now.
At Goose Hollow Lofts, current tenants got this letter with the option to get paid up to $6,300 to voluntarily leave by November 2026 to make room for low-income tenants.
So, we are moving towards fully affordable in each of these cases, but in theory it could be years before they are literally 100% affordable.
And everybody should have a chance. Everybody should have a chance to have a home.
So a Portland Housing Bureau report shows the area needs to add nearly 50,000 affordable units by 2045. They're on track to add just over 4,000 over the next 11 years. And by affordable, they usually mean income restricted, similar to those new projects I just talked about. Here's a look at income levels the city uses to determine if people are eligible for housing assistance, like affordable units. Again, most of the new units we talked about today were for people making 50% of the area median income or less per year. For a single person, you can see that's just over $43,000. A family of 4, $62,000, and a household with 6 people would need to bring in $72,000 or less to qualify. As far as rent prices in these upcoming affordable units, here's what we know for the Goose Hollow Lofts building in Southwest. A studio would be just under $1,000 a month, just over $1,000 for a 1-bedroom, and around $1,200 for a 2-bedroom. Now, some of the current tenants that we talked with today are concerned that this plan will impact both their building and community. Here's what the city says they're going to do to try and prevent problems.
That is a very understandable concern. Our development partners are working with the residents. They're having meetings with the residents in a lot of cases to talk through what's going on with them, hear their concerns. There are certain changes being made to buildings that increase security and that are addressing things that actually some of these residents, from what I've heard, have been wanting for a while.
Okay, so what's going through your mind when it comes to these new affordable housing projects? Let us know. Email the story at kgw.com or call and leave us a voicemail 503-226-5090.